Interesting session today. While we started off very comfortably around the 18,500 price point, the first signs of profit taking actually begin to set in only in the second half of today's trading session, where you had the Nifty at one point in time almost ready to give up even that 18,400 level on the futures. Finally picked up a little bit from the session lows, but it was a 58-point downtick. While a 58-point downtick may not look as acute, but to think of it, we've fallen quite a fair bit from the top of the day. It's almost a 200-point decline that you've seen actually from the top of the day. And similar was the price action across key indexes as well. Be it the Nifty Bank, which saw a 400-point decline from the session highs, the mid-cap index, which has managed to snap its 7-day gaining streak, the small-cap index as well broke its 2-day winning streak. The Nifty Realty Index, for instance, that managed to crack about a good 5% from the day's highs as well, and that was the case for the PSE as well as the PSU index as well. All sectors except IT were the ones which were down and out towards the trading session end today. What was interesting is that it's the fancied and the high flyers, that's where you saw a maximum profit taking, while as predictable as it may sound, because that's where people have made most profits. So look at a stock like IRCTC, for instance. That fell about almost 15% in today's trading session. So quite a bit of crack really coming in for IRCTC. And to think of it, this is one stock which on an intraday basis has given you returns of about almost 15%. And if you were to stock up how the stock has performed ever since this IPO, which was as early or as recent as just about 2 years back in 2019, this has really been a big compounder. So that stock falling about 15% doesn't look as acute, at least as of now. The other one, of course, which has been also very sought after of late has been Tata Power. That as well fell pretty hard, was down about almost 13%. You had a Nalco, metals doing very well. Nalco saw some profit taking, 7% lower there. Real estate, I was talking about that pack. So all constituents of realty along with Oberoi Realty, that was down about 6.5%. Now to the big boys, that's where ITC actually saw the first cracks emerge. There was news that India is actually looking to form an expert group on tobacco taxation, and they're going to suggest rates in the next financial year budget. That really acted as a big overhang. It always has, wherein in the budget you've always typically seen a taxation on tobacco, and given that a maximum pie or a very large pie of ITC, even though it's a conglomerate with presence in the hotels as well as the FMCG business as well, but cigarette continues to be their maximum revenue contributor. So even a whiff of such a news really brought about a big shake-off in names like ITC. ITC fell a good 6.5%, was the biggest drag on the index. Tata Motors, Ayesha Motors, Unilever after its numbers, wherein they reported a 4% volume growth. Titan, Tata Steel, Ultratech Cement, these were all names which cracked pretty hard. The few pockets which actually managed to withstand today's storm, that was IT all the way. Be it a Coforge, LTI, LTTS, TechM, Infosys, these were all winners today, along with L&T as well as Reliance Industries.